All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give our praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and the elders from Great Millstone. Shalom to the brothers and sisters, the House of David, the true believers, the sincere ones. This is the Brahm Ash here at GMS Sacramento Camp. Today's day is September 19th, 2025. The Apostle Tar stated this year, the hopeful year of our deliverance, destruction, and judgment on Esau Edom, Lord's willing. This is a walk and talk, real in the spirit, and just like the Akim saying, man, hey, just hit that record button and let the spirit flow. Let the spirit flow, you know. And so I kind of want to go into this topic here, the blue moon and solar eclipse. Two major signs from the heavens in 2025 in September. You know, that's huge, and that's big time. You know, and those are the signs of the events that's about to take place. You know, and we thank the Lord Yahweh Shemashah for giving us a gift that He give us to understand, to know what's going on in the planet Earth, and then link that in planet Earth, that was going on, right, into filter in with the scriptures, with the Bible, right? Because the scripture says that in Revelations, you gotta be in spirit and prophecy. You know, so those you I get that to start the lesson. So we just had a blood moon, right? And, I mean, there's many blood moons in the past, but this blood moon's coming up, or it just passed on the 7th. Blood moon, September 7th, already passed, right? And number 7. Whew, wow. So, and another thing, the Water Bashimashai, that the apostles and the brother from New Jersey, New Jersey, they did a video about this Jake that had a heavy dream, I should say, a heavy dream that was given to him from the heavens, man. And hopefully I could remember what he said, but I'm not gonna be accurate of it word for word. When I got out of that video, the brothers did that in his dream, he had World War III event, and then he had this place that fallen, broken down, like society collapsed, like meaning everything has collapsed, meaning that pretty much all hell break loose, and all hell break loose, that all these women who was crying for help, for protection, for a man. And then in that dream, he's mentioned about the number 7. It says 7 women wasted. I think he repeat that like 3-4 times. 7 women, and that's very spiritual, because Isaiah the 41 chapter, let's see, it says, Nah, you good. Nah, you good. Yeah, all right.
Sorry.
Nah, you good, bro. You good, bro. Don't worry about it. Um, so it's a lot. And it's wild by Shema Shai because at that hey, the water by Shema Shai, there's the reason why he said so sorry because his dog leaped over that fence, and the dog is it's a canine dog that came over to me. Usually around that neighborhood. How's it going? Okay. And that's the way about Shema Shai. Usually the dogs around here is they're attacked, man. But that dog was playful though. You know, he didn't harm me anything. He didn't bite me or anything or grab at me. The way about Shema Shai. See? So that's beautiful, man. Because that's biblical, and that in the book says that it would deliver you, delivering 6 troubles in 7 days. You know, one of them you're gonna be the beast in the field. You know. All right. And so, yeah, I'm doing a walk and talk a lot. Yeah, that's an old man again, walking. But Salak. All right. Where I'm at? Okay, about the 7th. That 7th. So you have a blood moon just past weeks. The blood moon. So now, and that. Oh yeah, and the Jake had that dream, and he mentioned about 7 women. Cleveland to one man. You know. So we just had the blue moon on the 7th, September 7th, the 2025. So now you got a solar eclipse coming up September 21st. So that's the 19th, and then you got a couple more days. Got a couple more days on the 21st, and this one's gonna be a solar eclipse. So now, the daytime, when day comes, that's when the moon cross front of the sun, then it's gonna get darkened. You know. And so you got two wonders, 2 signs in the same month, and this is a very, very highly spiritual stuff that we're experiencing. You know. It's a very high spiritual stuff is happening. You know, now you can see the upwards of the people. You see people are crashing out. You know, crashing out, going psycho, right? Matthew, the 24th chapter, the love of many shall wax cold. You know, they're gonna be bugged out. They already are. You know, they already are. They're not stable, man. If they know the scriptures, if they know wisdom, stability of the times, they will not act like that. You know, they should know that's exactly what's going on. This is why it's happening. You know, you be stable, but they're not. That's where they're all bugging out. They're all over the place. They're turning to psycho now. That's a psycho shit, man. Freaking screaming at the camera. Heck of snots coming out of your nose. Hella tears coming out of your eyes. You know what I'm saying? Fucking yelling at the camera. That's some psycho shit, man. Bro, you gotta stay away from people like that. That's not normal. What the fuck? All right, all right, well, is that gonna help? Is it, you know, the situation make you gonna feel better after that? No, you're gonna get worse. Plus, that's embarrassing, man. Now, everybody know about your ass now. Like psycho bitch. Excuse my language, but people are going psycho, man. They're going crazy. Hey, people are desperate now. And now you're gonna see people start stealing shit. Oh shit. A movie came up in my mind. I haven't seen this movie for a minute. There's one movie where Jim Carrey and he plays, I forgot his character in this movie. Damn, what's that freaking movie? Shit. I guess in this movie, I'm trying to remember, but it's been a long time. I guess him and his wife, all I remember was Jim Carrey told his wife to quit her job because he had in his company, he will get a better pay, right? And then he had a bunch of, and then he get higher pay, so he got everything that the man wanted, right? I mean, he could afford landscapers, you know, fixing the house, stuff like that, because he had extra cash. And I guess his company went bankrupt or some kind of fraud, something happened. And then everybody got fired and shit, got let go because the company went bankrupt or something like that. And then the boss or the owner of the company was an asshole. He took all that money, all that wealth, and let everybody dry, you know. And then I guess him and his wife is desperate and trying to figure things out. And then little by little, he couldn't afford the landscapers, so they gotta let him go. His house is unfinished, so he can't afford. Nobody worked around the house anymore, and so they got so desperate. Oh, they gotta sell their couches, TVs, clothes, like things like that, you know, to get by. Whatchamacallit? Also, and then they decided to try and rob the bank, but they were kind of nervous because they'd never done this before. But make the long story short, though, they were desperate. Yeah, that's a funny movie. But anyway, you got a lot of people, you know, are desperate. They would take no money they want to take. Usually, they usually afford that shit. They could afford a pack of gum, a bag of chips, and a soda, and so on and so forth, right? But now they can't. They can't afford that shit. So they're gonna end up start taking shit, you know. And not the stores, but for sure the neighbors. So that's what we're coming down. That's what we come down to, man. So we're seeing events. So Dua Pashma Shai to giving us the gift, you know, the spiritual eye open, man, to understand what's going on. So now we understand, but these people don't understand, but they psycho now, you know. But now we got solar eclipse. It's coming up. So let's go ahead and grab a couple of scriptures. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 10, that says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am the fellow servant and a brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua worship the Most High. Testimony of Yahushua, but worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. You see? So we thank the Lord Yahweh Shemashai to give us the spirit of prophecy, man. To understand that and to believe in it, and that's faith. You know? That's why you see the men out there, house and hedges, man. But to blow the trumpet, to give them the warning and prophesy. You know? It's all prophecy, man. You can't stop our prophecy. You know? So the prophecy, the event we about to witness is, I mean, it's already out there. All the information is already out. We see the World War III, man. Come on, that's right there. That's prophecy, and R5D chip, right? And John the Revelator, he got revealed. He got the reveal. All right, you seen people get beheaded because they're not taking that chip, and you seen people that took it, and that's why he read down Revelation, the 14th chapter said people that took it got burnt up. You know what I'm saying? And he seen a gruesome sword. You know that you're gonna get cooked when they took that shit. You see what I'm saying? Bear with me. Ooh, shit. So, doing walk and talk. So that's prophecy. You see all these things is happening, man. You know? So when people are gonna take it because they're desperate, want everything to go back to normal. They want everything to be just fine. You see what I'm saying? So people are gonna take that shit, especially the women. Women's gonna take that shit because they're a little comfort, you know? But it tells us if you take that, I'll grab that real quick. Revelation 14 verse 9 says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his right hand and his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his inclination, and he shall be tormented with fire, brimstones, and the presence of the holy angels, and the presence of the Lamb. You see? Oh, look, and the smoke of the torment exceedeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day or night to worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receive the mark of his name. It says here is the patience. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahushua. Woo-wee. And it says, and I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Right, blessed are they dead which die in the Lord out of one from henceforth. Yea, says the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yo. You see what I'm saying? So I was mentioning about that they will die. People the head get chopped off, but they don't want to worship the beast or take his image, the mark of the beast. You see, and look, and you may rest from your labors, man. All your works do fall, your receipts. You know. So the work you're doing is not in vain. It's going to get remembered, man. And your works do follow you, man. See? That's beautiful, man. Let's go to me see. Is it Joel? No, Dream. This is the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 28, and it reads, "And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions." So he's seen a vision that Jake had, right? Talking about the YNs, or talking about people finna go to war. YNs going to the World War III and get slaughtered. That's why he says, man, these people getting slaughtered, man, killed easily. And talking about that's when the women's gonna cry for the Lord, because crying out because they need help to protect them from all this. And he said that a lot of men had rejected the woman because their seed, because they had either a son or a daughter. And he's saying a lot of men, they're going to reject the woman because they're not taking care of them. He don't want to be responsible for the kid that's not even his. You know what I'm saying? You see, and scary upon his woman too, because he was to humble yourself and pray to the Lord that you need a man for protection that day. If not, as Scripture says here, it says real quick. It says, Ezekiel 9 verse 4, it says, Ezekiel 9 verse 4, it says, "And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem," so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Americans, right? People before their place, "and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sign that cry for all abominations that be done in the midst thereof." So that mark right there, because we're at 2 marks, right, with Revelation, and that mark tells charisma, which is when people took the chip. And so, let me see, this mark says Tawah. It says mark as a sign of exemption from judgment, man. In fact, let's check that out. What does that mean? What the hell's going on, man? Come on, that's the one. It says, what does it mean? Slot. Bear with me 1 minute. see. They don't get where I wanted, you know what I mean? But slot back out. Expectation from judgment, man, meaning that the more you get protected, that you're not gonna get judged or get killed or destroyed. So many words, you know. You see. So let's read that again. It says, and the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the city, through the Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads, and the men that sign that cry for all abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Right. So you see the men of the Lord out there and the prophets are starting to crying for all abominations, right? So set a mark upon them, and that way we just read it, the mark of resistance from judgment. Right? Mark the Tawah, expectation from judgment. So you're not gonna get judged from the Lord Yahweh Shema. That's why in the Passover, the blood of the lamb that they paint over the doorpost. That way the death angel see it. That's a token. They pass the door. That's why Passover. You pass over the house, and the people that didn't do that, that's when their firstborn got killed. So you want that mark on you, man. That way the death angel will pass by you, man, and go to another person. You know, the lamb, the blood of the lamb. All right. And to the others, he said, in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. You see, maids going to a woman as well. You see, so there's gonna be a whole lot of women gonna get killed, man. A whole lot of women's gonna need help from that day, from the day of Jacob's trouble, man. Slay utterly old and young, the both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark of the Tawah. See, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house. So pretty much saying that begin at my house first. That the ones they know, the ones they know is their Israelites. You know, and they're most likely gonna start his people first, and then he's gonna tackle another nation. But maybe he's gonna set judgment on the 2/3, man, and the people that they know, the Israelites. You know. So let's back up. Oh no, not back up. Joel. Three. Yeah. Says. It says, but proclaim me among the Gentiles. I'll read it again. Joel 3 verse 8. It says, and I will set your sons and daughters your daughters into the hand of the children. Oh wait. No. Oh, that's heavy though too. That's why he seen that vision. Right? He seen a lot of jacks out there getting drafted. Right? Mainly the YNs, and he see nothing but he mentioned about he see a bunch of medical vehicles, looks like World War I vehicles. And here it is. I'm trying to grab that one scripture which is read earlier about your sons and daughters have dreams, visions. But here and it's going to let all the let everybody draw near the war. You know, the weak say I'm strong. Over in the valley of Jehoshaphat, Jehoshaphat, Most High had judged. Yahweh had judged the nations. He gonna plead them there. See what I'm saying? That's heavy. And that's his dream. He had a vision. Dreams. 2:28, man. I'm 2:28. Right? It says, your young men shall see visions. Verse 29. It says, and also upon the events and upon the handmaids of those days will I pour out my spirit. Right? Verse 30, he says, the day of the Lord Yahweh, and I will show wonders in the heavens, right? And in the earth, blood and fire and pillar of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness. Uh-oh. Woo, shit. Blood moons on the 7th we just had, right? And the sun shall be turned into darkness, which is the 21st, in a couple of days on Sunday. You see what I'm saying? In the same month, September. So all this events is going on. That's why people. That's why everything's all messed up, because something big is about to change, man. Something's happening in the spiritual realm. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood. Woo! But before the great and the terrible day of the Lord Yahweh come, and it shall become to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord Yahweh shall be delivered. Woo! For in my Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord Yahweh has said, and the remnant, right? The remnant. It's going to be the remnant of Israel is going to call on the name of the Lord, because they know the names of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. They're going to call upon them. But a whole lot of people doesn't know the name, but they're still calling them Yah or Yehovah, Yahweh, or something like that. You know what I mean? They still don't know the name. But that's why the remnant is going to call on the name of the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. Then that's his name, in Hebrew, Paleo Hebrew. It says, and the Lord Yahweh said, and the remnant whom the Lord Yahweh shall call. See? That's beautiful. So the remnant is going to call on the name of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai in the day of trouble, man. So I'm going to go ahead and end there. But first and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, by Shem Shai, by Shem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders from the Great Millstone. Shalom to the brothers and sisters of the House of David. The sincere ones. Until next time, Shalom.